Greetings, everyone. This is Morning Eggnog. My name is James Font. With me, as always, Caleb.
Good morning, everybody.
So, Caleb is very excited this morning.
I am excited.
He looked up the world's most interesting dentist, basically. Well,
Not true.
Pretty interesting.
So, let me give you the background. I was going to give you this background story about why I did it, but James is just like, we're going to talk about dentists. Well, thanks, James. And there goes my background.
The world's most interesting dentist.
Not really the most.
Plural.
Anyways, so basically, I had some dental work done the other day. I got a fake crown in right now, and I'm going to get a real one later. But I was just wondering, it's kind of a... It's a very personal thing, You're getting in somebody's mouth.
It is very...
I almost think that's like worse than like intestines and like into your bowels and like working on your guts.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, that's pretty personal too, but like you're still awake when they're in your mouth. So it's kind of like... It's kind of weird.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely weird.
You just, normally you don't think about it, but afterwards when you start thinking about it, you're like...
If you stop and think about like 80% of the stuff we do, like that's normal.
Yeah.
Like we go up to a speaker that's sitting outside, and we tell them we want some food, and then we drive up to a window, and then there's food.
That's not weird to me.
I'm saying you can make anything weird if you think about it.
Now,
who figured out coffee?
Let me do this, James. If I put my fingers in your mouth right now, would that be weird? I'm not doing it because I hate saliva. I couldn't be a dentist. I hate saliva.
Me too.
Snot and saliva, I can't do.
You're like, I can have kids throw up on me, poop on me, bleed on me, but if you spit on me or blow a loogie on me, I might have to kill you.
I might, because my daughters will come up to me and go, Daddy, I got a runny nose. And I'm just like, here's a Kleenex, go away.
Disgusting.
You child. You disgusting creature. Mine's fine. My snot's fine. Somebody else's. Oh, that's not even true. I don't even like mine sometimes.
Like, I use 18 tissues, rubber gloves every time I blow my nose.
Well, the problem is I'm like one of those really hard blowers.
Exactly. So
I have to use at least 2 tissues.
And rubber gloves.
You can buy the cheap ones and you just have 2 holes in your Kleenex. And you're like, dang it.
It's like a shotgun blast.
What was the point in that? Anyways, where was I going with this? People with hands in your mouth. So...
Yes.
I am a normal person for the majority of the time.
Take that as you will.
Take you as you will. And I was thinking, okay, if I have to have dentistry work once every 6 months, you have to have your teeth. They recommended teeth cleaning once every 6 months.
I enjoy it. I like the feeling.
You like
of
the
my
feel of the
afterwards.
pickaxe going at your teeth?
No, I don't like that, especially when they hit a little sensitive spot. And you're just
yeah, and they're like, oh, does that hurt?
You turn Chewbacca when you're being worked on by the dentist or dentist hygienist. I always try to ask them long, extended questions, and it depends on the hygienist. I prefer the older hygienists, like the 40 and 50-year-old women. I don't think I've ever had a dental hygienist who's a man. No, I'm thinking about it. I've had a dentist who's a man, but no dental hygienist. Anyways, but I'll ask the younger girls to be like, oh, so why'd you want to do this? And then they start jabbing in my mouth, and they're like, oh, went to school for it. But then you get the 40 or 50-year-old women. It's like, why'd you want to get into this? Well, you see, back in 6th grade, I decided, and I'm like, perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. I wanted you to just continue talking, so you don't ask me questions and then go, and your response is, and pull your tools out of my mouth.
Did that hurt? No, keep going. And she did that. She asked me like 5 or 6 times, did that hurt? If it does, raise your left hand. Have I raised my left hand yet? No. I didn't say that because I'm a nice guy. Anyways, so I'm a normal person for the most part with people's hands in my mouth. And I'm thinking, what about important famous people like the Queen of England? She has to have dental work.
Or Donald Glover.
Or Donald Trump. Or Obama.
Oh, that too.
Obama had work done.
I said Donald Glover, but yeah.
Donald Glover. Who's that?
He's a musician / actor / comedian.
Oh, I thought you were just messing up his name on purpose.
Donald Glover.
Anyways, so important people have to get their teeth cared for. And, celebrities is anybody. You can go out and get your teeth worked. But, like, the President of the United States, the Queen of England.
Like, I wonder what kind of certifications you have to go through if you're working on the president's teeth.
Exactly. And honestly,
Secret Service is there just with a gun trained on you if you do anything bad.
That's the question, is like to work on, because when Obama was president, he actually thought he had a loose cap. And so he found out there's actually a dentist office in the White House, which makes sense.
It does.
Because, he's the busiest man probably in the United States, probably. And so he found out there's a dentist office in the basement of the White House.
Along with all of the terrible secrets of the U.S.
Yeah. There's other things down there.
Don't think about it.
Like the bowling alley.
And the Ark of the Covenant.
You should cut that one out. Anyways, so I tried to find out more information about the presidential dentist and more information on that.
Presidential dentist.
The presidential
That
dentist.
sounds like a great movie. It sounds like a romantic comedy.
The presidential dentist.
The presidential dentist coming fall 2023.
Or it's how he accidentally kills the president and has to escape the White House.
And it's a Weekend at Bernie's kind of thing.
I've never seen Weekend at Bernie's.
I haven't either. But someone dies and they have to pretend he's alive.
Oh, interesting.
And they put sunglasses on him and put him in a wheelchair and he broke his legs.
Oh, interesting.
And
Anyways,
I'm Uncle Bernie. I'm totally alive.
And so there's actually a dentist office in the White House as well as Camp David. So there's a dentist office at either one of those places.
I wonder what else. I wonder if there's a McDonald's inside the White House.
No, but they do have multiple kitchens, including a chocolate factory or a chocolate kitchen dedicated to chocolate.
So that's how Wonka went down.
Yeah. He wouldn't go to the White House to make chocolate, so he went. So they took him
all right,
down.
fine. We'll make our own chocolate factory.
Yep. So yeah, that was really interesting. What?
Nothing. Just all the random stuff in the White House.
Yeah, like the movie theater.
Who put those in?
Did
Did they say?
It was.
I'm not letting you get to your point, mostly because you have a lot of interesting facts along this trail that
I
want to question them.
I was digging to try to find this dentist office in the White
Caleb
House.
is now on a terrorist list.
I am on I know I'm on at least 3 or 4 lists at this point in
Somebody's
time.
list. I don't
I'm
know
on the
whose.
Dental Associations for Assassins list.
You're like, all right, who is the?
Because if you ever think about it,
Who is Prentice?
who was Obama's
Who is the
dentist?
dentist?
Who is Donald Trump's dentist? Where is the dentist office in the White House? Where is the dentist office in Camp David?
Which floor? When did they get their deliveries?
How do you become the presidential dentist? So I am on a few lists.
Does
now.
the president's dentist get paid well?
Oh, I could imagine. Every time he gets his hands in the president's mouth, it's expensive.
I could say more things, but I'm not gonna.
I
Anyway,
know. Anyways, where were we on that rabbit trail?
something about the kitchens in the basement.
Yeah, they have multiple kitchens, one pretty much on each level. The first lady has her own offices in the East Wing, so that's kind of her domain. The funny thing is, the first lady is on the far side, on the east side, and the president's all the way across on the west side.
Yeah, that was because in the 1950s they were like, all right,
Yep.
we're not prettying this side up, okay?
Oh, I believe it was Nixon that wanted the bowling alley.
That makes sense.
You know, when bowling alleys were really cool back in the 60s.
Oh, bowling alleys. I like bowling. It's the one sport I'm good at.
It's actually underneath the front steps or the back steps of the presidential. So if you hear anything weird underneath your feet, well, if you can hear that, they didn't do their job very well. Anyways, so that was the president. Now let's talk about the queen. He was much easier to find. That sounds really bad. He was much easier to find. Yeah.
I found his home address on the white pages.
Oh, but anyways, so Vice Dean made Queen's honorary dental surgeon. The honor follows his recent
I wonder if he's
promotion.
knighted. Anyways,
I don't think so.
I
To
wanna
Chief
be-
Dental
that'd be so
Officer of the Royal Air Force. Capping off a successful year, he has elected to the faculty of Vice Deanship.
Vice Deanship.
Yep.
What is a Dean Vice ship?
I don't know. It's English.
It's a ship that sells deans.
Yep. So his name is Mark. I can trying to find the rest of his name.
His name's Mark.
We'll just go with that. His
He's
name is
pretty
Mark.
neato.
Mark joined the RAF in 1989, shortly after graduating from Dundee University.
I wonder if he has a Dundee.
I don't know. But anyways, he went on to do a lot of really cool things, and he is now the dentist for the royal family.
like that's too much to read.
It is. There's a lot of there's a lot of information here. It's pretty cool. And that's him. This is the gentleman.
He puts his fingers in the Queen's mouth.
Yeah, he puts his fingers in the Queen's mouth at the other royal family members. He's on a rotation with two couple others.
I thought you meant the other royal family members put their fingers in the Queen's mouth.
No. No, he puts his fingers in the mouths of other royal people. I only touch...
When you break down dentistry to the very core of what it is...
I put tools in people's mouths, and I work on them.
Literal power tools.
I put power tools. Yeah, I felt my tooth after they were done before they did the fitting. I was like, guys, where's my tooth? There wasn't much left of that thing.
It's weird, because I have also had a crown. Did they do a root canal?
Yes.
Okay, good, because I was going to be like, I had a crown put on. They didn't do a root canal, and then I got infected.
Yeah. Though, they said it had to come out because I was starting to get cysts and stuff in my mouth.
Ugh, gross. Sick.
So, as a dentist who gets to work on famous people, I've come up with a couple jokes. Yes, you know it was coming. So
Caleb is a happily married father of 3.
I could do these things,
and so he's allowed to make as many dad jokes legally as he wants to.
So the dentist
legally 3 per day.
The dentist gets into the mouth of the prince, and he's working on his teeth, and he goes, "Huh? Looks like you got some work that needs done here. Looks like you need a crown."
He's just got to wait for his dad to die.
The prince. He is a prince.
But he's not going to get a good crown. He needs a better crown.
Which one are you talking about? I'm talking about Prince Charles.
I don't know. He's
waiting for his mom to die. When she dies,
well, I was just talking.
Then he gets in. And the funny thing is, he's like,
I ruined the joke. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We can move on. President getting in his mouth of Donald Trump. Oh, looks like we got a cavity here. Donald, how big is it? It's huge.
All right, I might have to find a new co-host after this.
Yes, there are so many. If I was a presidential I would totally have to make... I don't know why dentists don't make more puns when they're in the chair.
I bet some of them do, but I bet a lot of them get really dirty looks.
Well, I imagine if you find it funny and you start smiling, it's probably hard to work on your mouth because, you got to keep your mouth... and you start laughing like...
Well... That's the thumbnail.
Oh, have you ever seen Galaxy Quest?
No, give us 2 more.
Wait, what?
No.
You've never seen Galaxy Quest. Only the best sci-fi movie with some of the best actors in Hollywood at that time.
I feel like you're being sarcastic.
I am not. It's legit. Like, it's... Bah! Okay.
All right. We will have to watch Galaxy Quest now.
It's got Tim Allen. It's got the lady from Alien. It's got Professor Snape from Harry Potter. It's got...
I think I know what you're talking about. Now
the guy who plays Monk.
Galaxy. Yeah. No. I know what you... Wait, Galaxy... I know how to spell Galaxy.
It's basically a spoof on Star Trek.
1999 film.
Oh, it was amazing.
Sci-fi comedy, rated PG. It's an hour and 42 minutes long. You watch now on Julio. Telemundo. It's rated 90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes. Yeah, it's a total spoof, but it is one of the best spoofs.
It made a lot of money. The budget was $45 million, and the box office made back $90 million.
Is that good? I guess that's like double your money.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of a cult classic, actually.
So it probably has made a lot more money.
Oh, I don't doubt that. But, okay.
I know what you're talking about. I think I have seen it. Just, I don't think I've seen it
in a long time with, like, you actually knowing who
I don't think
the
I've been
people
an
are.
adult since I've seen it.
Yeah. We need to sit down and watch that one because that's like one of the best movies, like sci-fi movies of all time. Because when we laughed like that, it reminded me of the aliens they run into. They're all like, oh, because they don't know how to laugh.
Yes.
That's rather
It is an
scary.
interesting thing that we do, laughing and smiling.
It is. Our language is also, if you think about our language.
American English. Technically, that is a subgenre of English. American English is very, very stupid. I think we've talked about this because neither of us can read.
Because if you listen to somebody else and you don't know their language at all, and you're just sitting there listening to their language and you can't understand it because we're both ignorant Amoses, and you're just like, how is there anything in that makes sense? Like, you can actually translate that in your brain. The brain is amazing. Why did I just do that iPhone thing? It's weird. I am on fire today with my weirdness.
So
it's your fault.
I woke up this morning.
Oh, no.
I woke up this morning and I didn't check my phone right away. And Caleb at 5:32 said, "You awake and have a topic? If you don't respond, I'm not coming over." At 5:39, "You awake yet? You should get. We should get some cake. The pastry, not the other thing." Well, my toast piped. "Ya toast? Why have they never toasted cake?" Then he sent me a recipe for toasted cake. He said, "Oh, this is why." Caleb is my stoner friend.
No, Caleb is just trying to get you to respond.
Caleb is sleep deprived, and also there has been quite a few times where I stay up late, and then I've literally not woken up to my alarm.
This is true.
It's been weird. Like, I woke up, my alarm went off. It says missed alarm. It went off. I didn't wake up. Olivia didn't wake up. So I'm doing last week's topic that I had to cut out because I didn't record the thing.
Topics.
So
Sorry.
funny. Again, he's legally allowed to make these jokes. So you've heard of the Daily Mail. This is the Daily Meal.
Oh.
And last week we made fun of this man, Dan Myers. He wrote this article back in November 2016, "The 7 Worst Pizza Toppings of All Time." After reading over the list, Caleb and I realized that
we strongly disagree with most of them.
We strongly disagree with a lot of the majority of what he has on this list, and we think he's a man-child who hasn't learned to eat vegetables or, has any kind of palate.
Yeah. I almost poked my eye in with the llama head. I realized how dangerous this thing is now.
It's very dangerous. It has ears, and one's getting sharper because it apparently dropped.
Yeah.
So the worst... Out of the top 7 worst pizza toppings of all time, number 1 on the list is spinach. Spinach has no place on pizza. When raw spinach leaves are put in the oven, they get all soggy and drain water into everything they're in contact with. And their flavor's so subtle that you'll barely even taste it. All you know is that your pizza is soggier than it should be.
That's the whole point of... I mean, it's not supposed to be like an overpowering...
Now,
it's not supposed to be like kale.
If you put spinach on a regular pepperoni pizza, that would be gross.
That would be gross.
I agree with that sentence. But if you make a specific pizza, like a chicken bacon ranch, and then put spinach on it, that might add a new kind of flavor to it.
Yes, it actually does, because...
Either we just have larger palates than most people, or this guy is... So, I don't think Marco's is a local chain. But you never hear about...
It's fairly local.
It's relatively local. Marco's Pizza. We live in Northwest Ohio, and they don't have it further west that I know of. I guess I've never really looked it up. But Marco's has a pizza called the Hot Cheesy. And it's...
the hot and cheesy.
It's delicious because it has feta cheese, onion, and a sliced tomato on it. But number 2 on this guy's list is... raw sliced tomato. You know what pizza has on it? This guy is one of these guys. Tomato sauce. No more tomatoes are necessary. Especially raw sliced ones. When you top pizza with raw sliced tomato and put it in the oven, they're not in there long enough to actually develop any This guy thought about this, wrote an article, and posted it.
Yeah.
If this is an actual journalist.
I don't know if he's just a troll journalist where he's trying to get reactions like James does.
This is a good idea. Yeah, I've never done that. What are you talking about? I like it, Caleb. You're not supposed to out me like that. I don't know. The cooked tomato flavor, all they do is let go of water and dry up a little, leaving your pizza soggy and mushy hot tomatoes and gross hot tomato water.
We just gave away one of James's most infamous online secrets.
And it's not really an online secret. If you're Facebook friends with me, you know what everybody's talking about. Number 3 on the list is shrimp. First of all, seafood and cheese really have no place being eaten together at the same time. Ask any Italian. And shrimp paired with marinara sauce and mozzarella is nothing short of an abomination, and there's no way this combination can taste good. Yes, I know that shrimp... I don't know this word. Parmigiana.
Yeah, we're good with them Italian words.
We're retarded.
Italian.
Italian also exists, but that's an abomination too. Then we come to the very controversial topic of pineapple on pizza. Pineapple is very sweet, sour, and tropical. Pineapple has no reason to share a bite with any sort of cheese. Even cheese doesn't want to be paired with pineapple. It curdles in its presence. Leave pineapple off your pizza, even if it's paired with ham.
Actually, you know what's better than ham? Bacon.
Well, yeah.
Bacon and pineapple is actually really good.
So far, I would try everything on the pizza.
Yes.
The shrimp is getting a little weird. I'm not a huge seafood fan to begin with.
Yeah, but I feel like if you put it with the tomato and the spinach,
Yeah.
like that actually doesn't sound half bad.
I think we're just gross. But then we get down to...
we used to eat dumpster pizzas.
We
as
did. Our
kids.
parents are gross. Anyways.
Not like actual dumpster pizzas. Like, hey, look,
That's
it's
what
a
they
hot
call
and
them.
sweaty pizza in the dumpster. Here, kids.
Why is it sweaty?
Hot and sweaty, you know.
My pizza has just got done working out. It's all sweaty.
Pizza guy.
Yeah.
Domino's.
Hot and...
No. Which
Caesars.
is it? Little Caesars. I forget.
No, we talked about this last time.
I know, and I just forgot because I don't really care. Anyways.
This one, I've never met anybody who put this on pizza, and I can kind of agree with this one.
This one I agree with.
Canned tuna. I'm sorry, but this is just gross. Tuna on pizza looks disgusting, and the flavors don't work together.
It does look disgusting.
See shrimp above. It looks like cat food.
But the thing is what's with all the lines? It almost looks like somebody like...
They try to make it look fancy by putting probably garlic butter on it or something.
Oh, garlic butter makes everything better.
I don't know. If you want tuna, eat it on a sandwich. If you want pizza, then eat pizza. Don't mix the two. And then this is the very controversial one, which I absolutely disagree with. Ranch dressing. We've discussed this before. Apparently, I need to tap on that link. If you're eating a decent slice of pizza, there's no reason to squirt a hot, tangy, mango-based sauce all over it. Ranch dressing is for salad and wings, not pizza.
Yeah, this dude's kind of a whiny butt.
Is it ever okay to put ranch on pizza? Also made by Dan Myers.
From 2015.
Also, artist imagines Disney princesses dressed up for Halloween.
James is now just scrolling through the internet. That actually is kind of
That's kind of cool. This is by Tara Block.
Her face is all wrong, but...
Well, yeah.
Like, if you're shooting people, I don't think you would have a face of like, oh, well, whatever.
If you're just a stone cold killer, you would. So do you agree with that list, or do you absolutely disagree with the list? Pizza is very not subversial.
Subversial?
It depends on who you are if you want pizza.
Yeah, that's a definite. It depends on your taste and your palate. What you really should have done is looked up the weirdest pizzas.
That's what I looked up first, but then that came up, and I wanted to talk about it because it was really stupid. Because I looked up the worst pizza toppings. Like, I wanted to get, like, something weird. Like, peanut butter and jelly pizza.
Yeah, like, see, like, the only thing...
But I've heard that's good, depending on which place you go.
Yeah, I guess if you get, like, a dessert pizza...
who's making your pizza.
If you get a dessert pizza, I guess that makes sense. Like a macaroni and cheese pizza.
Sounds gross in practice. Probably pretty good in execution.
It's fantastic. It's absolutely.
But I think it
Hawks.
probably depends on where you go.
It
Because I
is.
bet if you went to Little Caesars and was like, hey, can you put some Kraft mac and cheese on my pizza? They'd be
No.
like, sure.
No, you got to go to Hawks Pizza.
Okay, the best pizza,
Pizza.
one of my favorite pizzas, it's a limited time thing, is the pretzel pizza from Little Caesars.
Never heard of it.
It's delightful. It's a pretzel crust with a thick layer of nacho cheese and then pepperonis.
So then you take the crust and dip it?
No, you just eat it.
Okay.
It's so good, and I think I almost had a stroke from all the sodium in it, but it was great.
He will be well preserved when he dies. I wonder all Americans are very well preserved.
That's something I have heard, that if you recently... What?
Your tummy not happy about
I didn't know that was you or me.
That was you.
I just heard a tummy noise. That is something I heard. I've never done any research on it, but people nowadays that die, they don't have to embalm them as much, I guess. Or the embalming lasts longer.
You know, we got a good friend. We got a friend we can talk to that
We
about.
eat so many preservatives. We do have a friend. We should call him up sometime and be like, hey, do you want a part 2?
You want part 2? We have some questions about the American
We
diet.
got some questions. We got some questions.
We got some more
Questions?
questions about the American diet and how it affects us when we die.
Ah, yes, and I think my favorite fact about the American food industry is that there are things in our food that are illegal in other countries.
Which is kind of scary to think about it.
Yep. We care that much less about other people. Although I did hear a comedian say, he's like, think about how good we're doing as a nation. He's like, yeah, we're dying of obesity, but we're dying of obesity.
That is.
We're eating so much food that we're dying. Now, granted, it's all terrible food, and you can actually eat as much meat and vegetables as you kind of really want. But Twinkies are delicious. Especially
fried Twinkies are better.
And that's what...
And that's why us Americans die of obesity.
I saw a meme. It said, Americans have figured out how to make deep fried water. And it was like, God. What? Science, what?
I mean, they got deep fried ice cream, so you know the next step is deep fried water.
Flint, Michigan joke. Anyways.
My eye is twitching again.
I know. Maybe it's because, I don't know.
I'm probably not getting enough sleep, is what it is.
Stop it, Caleb. Get more sleep.
I've been trying, you know.
Quit playing Rainbow Six, Caleb. Go to bed.
I did, but then my wife wanted to. Wait, what did I do? Oh, I listened to a book. I lay down and I slipped my phone underneath my pillow, and I listened to my phone.
It's like, oh, that's so cute. It's like putting a little heart monitor, or like, what was it? I saw recently someone had a baby and the baby was really fussy, and then they put like womb noises next to it, and then it went to sleep. And I was like, huh, I wonder if that'll work on me. Your mom digesting food.
Have you ever listened to womb noises? They're actually
No.
kind of soothing. Look it up on YouTube. I'm not weird.
My wife had a C-section. I just stuck my head in there for a while.
No, I didn't, but I did watch. It was actually quite. They wouldn't let me down there. I wanted to see what it looked. I actually wanted to see what it looks like when my wife, because I'm curious.
No, it makes sense. It's just
It's like, how often do you get to see a C-section? I'm like, cool.
How often do you get to see the inside of people
Exactly.
that are alive?
I mean, I see the inside of myself all the time when I cut my finger open, but that's only like the first layer.
And you go, ah!
I'm like, oh, dang it, not again.
I did cut down one time, I think, to the bone of my thumb.
That
Maybe I was just overreacting as a young kid, but I was doing something with a hatchet as a 13 or 14-year-old does, and I remember it didn't hurt yet because I was in shock, so I spread it apart to look at it. I was like, ah! And I put it back together and then put a Band-Aid on it really quick.
Yep. Yeah, I still have a giant scar on my thumb from when I was like, I don't know, 3 or 4, and my dad took me out to the garage, and I got a hold of a
It
chisel.
sounded like your dad was going to beat you. My dad took me out to the garage.
Well, that was like his hideaway from
I
all the
know.
daughters he had at the time.
He's like, come on, Caleb, let's go.
Pretty much.
Quick.
And I got a hold of a wood chisel. And I was like, hey, this is fun. Shunk. Oh, no.
Hey, Dad. Dad, I'm bleeding.
Pretty much. Hey, Dad, is this right? And he ran me up to Mom, and Mom was not happy, as I remember.
No, mothers are very unhappy when
So
it
now
comes
I
to
have a
bleeding children.
Now I have a half moon on my thumb that's been there for as long as I can remember.
Whoa. So yesterday.
You are not allowed to make that. That's an illegal. We need to have a dad change jar. Every time before we do a dad joke, you have to drop a quarter in so everybody knows what's about to happen.
Ka-ting!
Ka-ching! Oh,
so,
no.
have you heard about the president? The president's
Dentist.
The president dentist?
He was talking to the president about his dental work. Anyways, we've already done the joke, so we don't need to do it
Did you know
again.
Chuck Norris can swim on land?
No.
Did you know Chuck Norris was born in a cabin he built with his own hands?
Yes.
Did you know that Chuck Norris can unscramble eggs?
That would actually be kind of interesting to see if somebody could do that.
I can do it in video editing. Just turn the footage backwards. All right, now we are getting off on so many tangents. I think we should just shoot this dead horse.
But I like this horse. I want to ride it forever.
Well, we only have like 10 minutes, so.
I don't know why. It's my favorite horse. I want to keep riding the dead one.
Thank you so much for joining.
Can you stop this for me? I want to continue to pretend to ride it.
Goodness, if you ever get a chance, look at bad taxidermy.
No, don't. It's so disturbing.
It's very great. Like someone made a post-apocalyptic squirrel. So like, but it was like a Mad Max version. So like it was wearing a little leather jacket and like had a shotgun and like skulls of other squirrels behind it. And it was hilarious. I thought it was pretty neato.
That's not really bad taxidermy. That's just extreme.
Yeah,
Extreme taxidermy.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram for updates on what's going on in the podcast. We do now have a TikTok, and it's voted 5-1 cringe.
Really?
Yeah. No, I put a video of us using the memoji.
5 cringes, 1 not cringe?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was surprised we got a not cringe. Anyways.
We're pretty cringeworthy.
We're really cringeworthy. We're self-aware about it, so it's okay, right?
As long as I don't watch the video, I'm fine. Because I can't handle cringe, but I can totally do cringe.
You're like, I can handle other people's cringe.
No, I can't.
All right. Olivia can. It's weird. I hate it. You can check into... please subscribe and comment and like our YouTube videos because I put way too much work into how many people watch them so far. Be sure to listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. And go rate us on iTunes. Go rate us 5 stars and leave a mean comment. Or non-mean comment. I don't know. Go rate us something. You can give us... I don't care. We just want more ratings.
Give us a 0.
I don't
but
know
we
if that's
prefer
possible.
not. We prefer 5.
If you give us a 1-star review, I will give you nothing.
And if you give them a 3-star review?
I will PayPal them a quarter.
Ooh, a 5-star.
$1.
Oh, people, you can make a free dollar.
Make a free
by
dollar.
going to
iTunes or just iTunes, Spotify. You can follow us on Spotify, and then you can get notified every time we upload. And I don't know what about on Google Podcast. If you have a topic you want us to cover, a green screen background, or if you want to be on the podcast, you can email us at morningeggnog@gmail.com or message us on Facebook or Instagram.
Yep.
Thank you so much for joining us, and have a wonderful morning, noon, and night.
See ya.